Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and in today's video I will be sharing with you guys on how I made this beautiful pencil trouser with elastic waistband, just like you are seeing it in this video. Alright, so I made this with just 2 yards of Ankara fabric. So if you're interested to learn how I made this, please keep on watching and let's get started. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always watching, and please subscribe to this channel so you get notified anytime I upload any video. Right, please like, share and comment. Alright, so guys, let's get into it.
Two sparks ignited. We left some space for us to breathe.
Welcome back guys. So now this tutorial is very simple to make. I won't waste your time. Okay, so now you can see my fabric is folded into two. Okay, so right now I'm just marking 2 inches. This is for the folding allowance. Okay, so before you start cutting your trouser or short pants, just mark your 2 inches or you add it to the actual length. All right, so the actual length for this pant is 36 inches. Okay, so I measured the 36 inches on the 2 inches I marked. You can see where I placed my tape. So right now I'll minus the 2 inches for the waistband. All right, I always do this anytime I'm making a trouser pant. So go ahead and do yours like that. Okay, just minus the 2 inches for your trouser waistband. Okay, so after marking, you can see where I have here. All right, so guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to still leave my tape at the 2 inches. Then I'm going to come down by 8 inches. This is for the hip line. Okay, so now come down by 8 inches or 9 inches depending on your size for your hip line. Okay, so after marking, I want to determine the crotch line. I'll be crotch length. So now to determine your crotch length, I'm going to divide your hip circumference by 4. When I do that, I got the quarter of the hip circumference. Then after measuring, I also placed my tape, still removing the 2 inches. Then I will add extra 2 inches to the actual crotch length. Okay, then I marked 11 and a half. So if you're making it for a high waist, go ahead and add your 2 inches, okay, to your actual crotch length. Then go ahead and mark. Okay, now I'm marking 11 and a half inches. Remember, I still remove the 2 inches waistband. Okay, after that I'll come down by 19 inches. This is for the knee length. Okay,
The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand.
once I'm through with that, I'll label the first line as the waistline, second line the hip line, third line the crotch line, the fourth line the knee length, and last line is the trouser length. Okay, I labeled it so you understand what I'm doing here. So now on the waistline, I am going to, since it's elastic band, I will have to mark quarter of the hip circumference. I'll add 1 inches. I don't even know why I'm adding this 1 inches. No, it's not really necessary. Okay, since it's elastic, you can just ignore the 1 inch. Okay, so on the hip, I will mark quarter of the hip circumference again, then add 1 inches for the seam allowance. On the crotch line, I'll divide the thigh measurement by 2. Then I marked it. What I have there is 15 inches. The thigh measurement is 30, so half of it is 15. So I marked it. On the knee length, I also came in by half an inch, as you can see. Now I will mark half of the knee circumference, which was 10 inches. Alright, so it is 20 inches divided by 2. So I'll just mark 10 inches. Okay, then after marking, I also add half an inch for the stitching allowance. All right, now I'll just go ahead and connect. Okay, so from the waistline, I'll connect to the hip line, then also connect it into the crotch line. You can see what I'm doing here. Just go ahead and connect yours like this. Okay, so now after connecting here from this other side, I also connect it like this. All right, so after connecting, on the trouser length, I'll come in by 1.5 inches on the folded part. Since it's a pencil trouser, we are not leaving it straight. We are going to make a pencil by marking 1.5 inch on the folded part, and also mark half of the trouser round. Okay, the trouser round circumference is 12 inches, so I marked half of it, which is 6 inches, then added extra half an inch for the stitching allowance. Okay, so I'll continue with the 1.5 inches at the folded part. All right, I'll continue, then I will connect it from the nail length. I'll build the nail line. I'll connect it from there to meet the hip line, just like you see me doing. Can you see? So from the hip line, we're going to connect it to meet the 1.5 inches you marked on the folded part. I'll be at the folded part, anyhow I choose to understand it. All right, so now after that, I will also mark the 6 inches, including the stitching allowance I added, which was half an inch. Then I connected it. You can see what I did here. All right, so this is how you go about drafting the front pattern of your trouser. Okay, so now you can see how pencil it looks. Okay, this is how you draft your pencil trouser, Abby. So now you're going to go ahead and cut it out. After cutting, I'll also cut out the back pattern. All right, so now after cutting, you can see where I have here. I'll place another piece of fabric, make sure it's on a fold, then place the front piece on top of it like this. Now I want to cut out the back piece. All right, remember the back piece of a pint is actually very big and very different more than the front one. Okay, so now at this side, at the down part side, you can see I'm marking 2 inches. Okay, so when you place your fabric like this, then you place your front piece, go ahead and mark 2 inches on the other side, on this other side here. Can you see? So on the crotch line, I'll just extend the crotch line like this, then I'll add 3 inches. Okay, so I'll connect it from there. You can see where I'm measuring here. I'm just measuring the 2 inches, and I also measured 1 inch here. Okay, so from there I'll just go ahead and connect it. Okay, just look at what I'm doing here. You connect it this way. Okay, you connect it this way, then after connecting this way, this is where I have. Okay, on this other side, at the upper part side, I'll mark 1.5 inches. Okay, and I also came up by 1 inch here. Can you see? Then after that, I'll connect from there. Just make your curve, you connect it from there. Remember it's 1.5. Keep connecting it, just connect it like this. Okay, after connecting, this is where I have here. So at the upper part, I'll also come up by 2 inches. Okay, okay, so I will keep marking the 2 inches. Then after marking the 2 inches, I'll connect a straight line with it. Okay, then after that, I'll also go ahead and slant. So now on this other side, the other end, I added 2 inches. On the side, I added 1.5. So at the upper part, I added 2 inches. You can see on the crotch line, I added 3 inches, then also slant the upper part. Okay, then now I'll just go ahead and cut it off. All right, after cutting, I also cut out the waistband. All right, so for this pint, I'm not adding any pocket to this one. This one does not have a pocket. If you want to add pocket to yours, then go ahead and watch my last video on how to make a two-piece, a female shirt and a short pint. In that video, you're going to learn how to cut and attach your pockets very properly. Okay, so now after cutting, like I said before, I'll go ahead and cut out the waistband.
People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name.
For the waistband, just fold your little piece of fabric into two like this. Okay, then you're going to mark 4.5 inches. Since I removed 2 inches for the waistband, mark 4.5 inches. All right, so after that, you're going to now go ahead and cut it off.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
After cutting, this is where I had, so I'll just go ahead and start the sewing. Okay, so now for the sewing, this is very simple to make. Just go ahead and sew your crotch line, just sew it like this with half an inch. Do the same thing on the other side as well. All right. So now after doing that, you can see what I have here. So I'll just open it like this. Just open it the right side. All right. This is what I have here on the crotch. All right, so go ahead and open it. Then after opening, you're going to fold the piece, one of them, fold it into two, then go ahead and place it like this. Then after that, you go ahead and sew using your half an inch. All right, so do the same thing on the other one as well. So now after sewing, you can see what I have here. So this is my elastic. I'm going to fix the elastic. After fixing, I'll be right back. So guys, after fixing, you can see what I have here for the both piece. All right, this is the front and the other one is for the back. Okay, so now I'll just place them the right side facing each other. So now after that, on the waistline, you're going to sew from your 1 inch. Okay, so when you get to the other side or to the other end, go ahead and sew with your half an inch. All right, so after doing that, from the downside you sew with half an inch, then finish the upper part with 1 inch. All right, you're going to sew depending on how many inches you added. All right, so go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. After, so you can see where I had here, I just sew with 1 inch at the upper part, then get to the downside, I finished it up with half an inch. You're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so now after that, you're going to also fold the down part. Then after fold, you sew with your 2 inch. All right, do the same thing on the other side. After sewing, you can see where I have here. So now it's time for me to finish it up. All right, so now you're going to fold it like this. Okay, now you bring your tape, then you're going to mark half of your trouser round. Okay, mine is 12 inches, so divided by 2 is 6 inches. I'll continue from there. Just start your sewing from that side, then go ahead and finish it up. All right, so now when you are sewing this, make sure everything aligns very properly. Then on the crotch line, make sure you match the both joints together like this. Make sure they are all very close, they are both very close like this. All right, then open your seam, go ahead and sew with half an inch. Okay, also straighten the other leg, do the same thing, finish it up using your half inch or 1 inch. All right, after sewing, guys, this is what I have here. Can you see? So I told you this trouser doesn't take time at all. It doesn't take time to make. You can actually make this within 5 minutes, then you wear it and go to wherever you are going. This is very simple. All right, so after sewing, I ironed it out again. Okay, so now this is it, guys. This is the trouser on the middle, and here is the trouser with the shirt, and here is the short pant which I made the last video. Is also on the channel. You can go ahead and watch. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one.